A new show from Cybex here right out of our showroom, and yes, we have something brand new, not only when it comes to design, which is the urban mobility right behind me. Also, we are going to introduce a new product in our portfolio, which is already here next to me, our COЯ Carrier. And there's so many things to talk about, so that might take a while to show you all the nice features about, but I want to take the momentum to introduce a little bit more of this urban mobility, because we have this urban lifestyle, we have this urban fashion statements out there. So with urban mobility in our portfolio, we have the perfect fit to that life. And trust me, if you have the chance to see them live, you will definitely agree on one point. All white looks fantastic. From top to bottom, colored in all white is something absolutely outstanding. We have this monochrome design, so you can either have it all black or all white. And what you have to have as urban mobility and urban lifestyle also needs to somehow link to our products. We have those three products which are the perfect fit for any kind of urban scenario. So in inner cities, you need something small, you need something lightweight. You need to store your stroller within seconds. You might have to bring it upstairs. So COЯ stroller or COЯ buggy is the perfect fit for it. It is even getting so small that you could put it into the overhead bin inside of an airplane. But not only that, if you go through your day with public transportation, you might need a car seat. The Cloud T was obvious to bring into the urban mobility in all white or all black, which gives you the best ergonomics due to the lie flat we have. And on the other hand, you can bring it in a more upright position, in a safer position whenever you are having a ride inside of any public transportation or your car. But as mentioned, there is a highlight to it. And I enjoyed it the most with my kids, and I can already tell I can get goosebumps if I just think about carrying my little ones, which is the COЯ Carrier right here in front of us. And let me tell you, that one has an outstanding feature for you out there. And we do carriers since quite a while, and we have wonderful carriers. But this one is completely new and has an adjustment where you don't need to adjust anything. Digest this. Yeah? What does it mean? There is a width adjustment normally needed where you need to take action due to the size and the growth of your child. But we have a self-adjusting fabric over here. And self-adjusting fabric. That means for you as a carrier, you only have to think about one thing. Hey, put your baby inside of there. This one will more or less automatically grow to the size of your child. And I will describe when I put this onto my body. I also have a doll over here to make it a little bit more obvious. And I think it's also quite nice to see, like, how do I put a carrier onto my body with a baby in there? Because so far, right now, for most of you, you haven't done before. So you should maybe see how it works and how easy it is to actually put on such a carrier. But what are the next mandatory things? Not only the fact that we have the self-adjusting fabric. There are certain things that you have to consider when it comes to carriers, which is the so-called C-shape. That means a carrier should support this rounded back of a newborn baby the best way possible due to the fabrics that you are using. Yeah, the fabrics that you use, we have this 3D mesh material, are supporting this rounded back the best way possible. And not only that, may you have heard it, it needs to have an M shape, yeah, not Marvin shape. It has to be the M shape, which is the so-called spread squat position. M shape makes it a little bit easier, and you will see it when I put the baby inside of the carrier. That means that the butt is a little bit deeper from a positioning than the knees. And if you just go from the legs, it always creates this kind of M shape, yeah? Or for the more advanced parents out there, it's the spread squat position. These are the things you have to have in a carrier to be that ergonomic. And this is what we love, because the development of a children's spine, of a newborn baby, takes 1 year until you go from that C shape, this rounded back, to this S shape of a spine. And that's the perfect way to ensure and to make it ergonomic for the little ones to have them in such a carrier as we have with the COЯ Carrier. What I love, and you know me, I love about talking about this practical points, is look at the material. You might not see it, but I will show it in a second also. You can see through, yeah? I mean, yes, it's black behind there, but this 3D mesh material ensures an air circulation. I love that. Where has this been when my little ones have been in a carrier? Why? I have my body heat already. I'm wearing clothes. I put my baby in front of me, also having their own heat, wearing clothes, and then I wrap it up completely with a carrier. Trust me, that will get really, really warm. With this material, we give a little bit more air circulation to it, so it's cooling down. On the other hand, that also ensures to use a carrier a little bit longer than you would have maybe normally, because you're sweating, it's way too hot, so you take it off. But with having a feature which gives a little bit more air circulation, you might carry your little ones a little bit longer due to the fact that you have something outstanding like this. Let's keep it like that. I want to take the carrier on and I want to show you a little bit more practical what's actually happening over there. Thank you. And how to use it. So in my opinion, the easiest way to put it on a carrier, so this is how it is right in front of me right now, is that you use it the way around. So the position that we offer is you can have baby on front, or you can have it on the back as well. In the forward position, you could have it facing towards you. We would highly recommend, and at a certain age, or maybe for a short time period, you could also have it forward faced. But as you put it on like this, I would always recommend to do one thing. Do it the way around to put the carrier onto your body. You might ask yourself, but why? That doesn't make sense. I don't want to have my baby there. For the first time, I really want to practice in front of me. I tell you why. Look how easy now it is for me to buckle it up. If you would have it on your back, you need to find the buckles, you need to close it. And also there is a safety loop that you need to guide the buckling system through. This safety loop, so having it in front of me, makes it a lot more easier to buckle it up. Look like this, okay? Why the safety loop? If you by accident or something happens, maybe you touch the buckling system and you open by accident the carrier, the safety loop always ensures that this one stays in position and the little ones are not falling out of the carrier. So therefore, please always guide it through, buckle it up, so the safety loop is always there when needed. On the other hand, now it's really easy for you to tighten it up. A lot of questions we normally get, like, how tight does it need to be? Let's be honest, it needs to be comfortable for you. So make sure it stays in position, but you're still able to breathe. Yeah? You should not be in there like, it should be comfortable for you as a carrier as well. So on the moment you tighten this one a little bit up, you see already those latches falling down, and we wouldn't be Cybex if we also would not take care of a nice, clean look like. So if you want to store this one, look, we even thought about this. You have this nice loop over here, so the only thing you would need to do is you roll it in, and I will do it on one side and just leave the other one as it is, so that you have a perfect comparison between both of them. Boom, right away. You stored it there, it's gone, and then see. You have a clean look like, nothing is falling down, so that makes it also kind of stylish and maybe also practical for you to go through the day, but you wouldn't do anything wrong if it would just scroll down like this, but I think that's really nice to have, yeah? You don't have no much leashes running around you. It's really nicely stored and you're ready to go. So the moment you have buckled up yourself, you made it tight, you just bring it towards the front. And before I put my little baby in there, let me show you how that feature works, which is the self-adjusting width. Yeah, so therefore you don't need to do anything. The fabrics are adjusting due to the size of your child. And this is happening within the fabrics here. And to make it even more obvious, we have hidden messages. Like if I open, you see it right away, but here. And that remains to carrier. A carrier, when you put the baby in there, it should not sit on the hip belt. This is really important. This belt is for you as a carrier to make sure that the weight is perfectly measured around your body and not forcing more towards the front, or maybe you feel disturbed and you have some hurtings. This is why the belt and the shoulder straps are for. The baby itself has to be placed inside of the fabric. And I hope you can see it. The heavier my child is, yeah, the bigger the size of the butt may is, the deeper you go into the fabric. And obviously, the deeper we are in there, the longer the distance will be for the legs. Yeah? And this fabric needs to be inside of the knee of the child. So, the smaller, the lighter the baby is, the less it really goes deep into there. So, less distance. Perfect arrangement for the legs. The heavier, the bigger they grow, the deeper they go into the fabrics, and the longer the distance is. So we always ensure the perfect M shape and C shape for the little ones. And that is, for me, trust me, this is outstanding. Yeah, you place your little one and you don't need to do anything because it's a self-adjusting fabric. And that means, hey guys, your child is perfectly fitting in there. Yeah, no need to do any action. They are growing so fast. You don't need to readjust all the time. You just place them and have a wonderful day enjoying it with the hands free. So how to actually put it on? I would always recommend for the first time. You might use a mirror, you might ask a second person to have a helping hand, or at least something to see what you are doing. That would be my opinion, in my opinion, something you should do from the very first time. And then, let's take my wonderful baby over here. You start the process. What I find out for me is I love for the first time really to be more on a seat, on a seating position. Why? I can have the fabrics right in front of me. A lot of people actually also use a diaper changing table because they could place the baby easily there. But here, as you can see, I have the fabric in front of me and I can place my baby in there. As mentioned, there is this little sign butt here. So I place my baby's butt inside of the fabric and really, again, just to tell you, not onto the belt. This is not a chair for the little ones. To give them the best ergonomics, the best development of their spine, you put them into the fabrics itself. And then, as they are, you bring them close to your body, yeah? In a cross diagonal. That is pretty much the best. You can always make sure you have a hand on your child and then you start the process. I already get emotional having just this puppet over here on my body. That reminds me so much on my times, and actually reminds me also why not only for the ergonomics it's the best, it's also an emotional point of view. You have to think that the little ones are quite a long time inside of the belly of mom. So they can taste, they can smell, they can hear the heartbeat, they hear the voice. They are so cross. They are such a big bound between them. The moment they are born, which is nothing bad, but this bound is somehow in a different way. Yeah, they are now on this earth. It's bright, it's cold, it's freezing, so many noise. So that might confuse them a little bit. So this is actually why carrying calms babies down. They are getting close again to mommy and daddy. They hear the heartbeat. They hear the breathing of mom. They can smell them, they can taste them. This really calms them down and brings back this wonderful connection. I'm getting emotional, I'm really sorry. That was really the nicest thing also with my little ones. On top of that, always ensuring that we have the best ergonomics. And I hope you can see it already right now before I stand up. This is what I meant earlier today. This fabric is going from this inside of the knee to this inside of the knee. So that is done only via placing the weight of the baby into the fabrics itself. So this self-adjusting fabric is already doing his magic. I don't need to do any action. I just placed it there. And then I would recommend to stand up. Yeah, if you have a mirror in front of you, maybe even better, you can see what's going on. And then you slide through this shoulder straps, left side. Now I'm changing my hands, so I hold and secure my baby with the other hand, put the shoulder strap over the right shoulder, and then if you have a diagonal like I do have right now, there is a safety belt on top of here. Yeah, I would definitely use this one. That's a safety purpose, because that ensures that the shoulder straps remain in position, and if you go through the day, they are not sliding down. And as you can already see, I did finally something correct. Yeah, I'm wearing black with an all-white carrier. So that makes it even more obvious for you to see the features and the carrier around my body. So finally I've thought about it. Normally when I talk about carriers, I wear all black and I take an all black carrier and everybody's like, what is going on? I can't see anything. So here, perfect. Yes, you have right away the picture of the baby being inside. If the baby is in there, this self-adjusting fabric, if you have done something wrong, no worries. You can always do action right after the babies are in there. If you slide in with your hand between the children's butt and the fabric, and let me show you right now, because right it was perfect, so let me rearrange it in a not perfect way. You could always reposition. Yeah, so if there would something happen, you can always slide in between and make sure that they are sitting in there in the best way possible. And right now, guys, you have your hands free. They are protected in a real nice ergonomic way. You can do whatever. You can clean the dishwasher. You can vacuum clean at home. You can go around the city. You have your hands free. That's literally the best what we have experienced, and always having in mind, hey guys, that's the best support for the development of their spine. On the other hand, we have plenty other features I would really like to shortly show you from an adjustment point of view. I showed you all those latches, yeah, you can store them, but also on the other hand, the straps on the shoulder, I would remain in position. You see this down here? I would definitely always make sure that a little bit of latch is here left and also on the shoulder strap. Why? The moment that you experience that you maybe have a little bit too much space between you as a carrier and the baby, how to figure it out? Lean forward. Yeah? If it would look like this, there's way too much space in between. So bring it a little bit closer. But doing this down here would completely readjust how I wrapped up the carrier around my body. So using them over here to make it tighter, oh my gosh, that's so much easier than before. So you just pull on it and it gets a little bit tighter. You put the weight onto the shoulder and the shape and the way you put it on to your body stays the same. But on the other hand, if I need to loosen it because maybe I have done it a little bit too much, or I want to take the baby out, for me, it's quite difficult to go up here and to loosen it a little bit. I just go down here. As I have latch left, look, I just open it and right away gives me a little bit more space down here. So that is really fantastic and makes it even for you on a daily basis absolutely user-friendly. Okay, what else do we have? A nice support for their neck or head area. They are growing so fast. So you can actually use it from 3.2 kilogram up to 15 kilogram. That can be already a really tall little one being inside of that carrier. So as they grow, it might be that their head is going out of the fabric, and if they fall asleep, tipping backwards. This is something we don't want. We want to have a comfortable, ergonomic position. Therefore, this hoodie could be used as sun protection, UPF 50+, to shade them a little bit. On the other hand, if you just roll it in, and I hope you can see those little loops here, yeah, we have on our shoulder straps, from top to bottom, the possibility to change the position and to give an, I would say, stepless neck support due to the growth of the child. Right now, this baby is way too small, yeah, so I would overgrow it, but actually you can see there's a lot that you can do with this wonderful hoodie. Not only shade the little ones, you actually can support also the neck while they are growing with this wonderful carrier over here. Not only that, guys, there is something really, really cool. Most likely, and that's the urban mobility kind of lifestyle that we meant, a lot of people who are using carriers still going around with their strollers because sometimes you put them in, maybe they want to walk a little bit as they already learned it at a certain stage. So you always have your carrier maybe wrapped around your body, it's a hot day out there, or you just don't want to do anything. Guys, do you see this zipper down here? Yeah, you can store things in there if you want to, like keys or whatever it is, you can bring in there. But that's not only it. There is another bag stored in there, and let me try to bring it out that you believe that there is one in, see? And with this bag, whenever you have your baby out, you can actually create such a belly bag that you can wrap around your body, that you always can go out in style due to this urban mobility kind of lifestyle, which makes it super cool to use the carrier, to carry it around, even though you're not having your little ones in there. And from design-wise, I mean, look at it. It looks awesome. You have the hoodie, but we have so many hidden messages. You have this bud here placed in there just to ensure that you know what to do. On the other hand, and I really love it, I hope you can see those dots and stripes. This is a Morse code. And who knows us may have heard already this sentence, for all tomorrow's people. This is what the Morse code means. Isn't that beautiful? There's so many, many nice things to see around the carriers, to see around the urban mobility. So that makes it really, really cool and kind of nice to use them and experience more and more all about this urban mobility. We have a code to that. If you put this one into the chat box, you will also get a direct message from us, which includes the link to the Urban Mobility, so that you can even see more on our website. So please feel free to use this code. Other than that, it was our pleasure again to show you the new style Urban Mobility with a new product included, our COIA Carrier. Thank you very much.